Welcome to SIGA Centre today. We expose the IMF, not the PR version, but the raw, strategic engine behind global financial control. These are facts that are never taught in class, but shape the future of the global South every day. Stay tuned because today we're going to reveal dark secrets of UN that no one tells you about while studying international relations or geopolitics. The UN calls itself the guardian of world peace. But is it? Today we at SIGA Centre peel back the blue curtain to reveal the dirty secrets. Hidden power plays and quiet failures behind the world's most recognized international body. You have never seen the UN like this. Let us begin. Fact 1. The UN was built by the winners. The UN was not created to represent the world. It was created to consolidate power for the victors of World War II. The 5 permanent members of the Security Council, the US, UK, France, Russia, and China, were given veto power, locking in dominance. One veto equals no action. That is not democracy. That is control. Fact 2. UN peacekeepers often cause more harm. They are called blue helmets. But in many cases, they have left behind rape allegations, abuse, and destruction. In Congo and Haiti, UN peacekeepers were accused of sexual exploitation of minors. A UN base in Haiti introduced cholera, killing 10,000 plus people, and the UN denied responsibility for years. Peacekeeping, in reality, often means unchecked power in vulnerable zones. Fact 3. Massive bureaucracy, little accountability. The UN runs on billions of dollars annually. But oversight is weak, and waste is rampant. Internal audits have repeatedly exposed corruption in procurement, nepotism and hiring luxury travel for unofficials. This is supposed to be an organization that helps the poorest, not a diplomatic elite club. Fact 4. The UN fails in real conflicts when real crises hit. The UN often does nothing. Why? Because the rivalries among the P5 paralyzed the Security Council. In Rwanda, the UN watched 800,000 people die in a genocide. In Syria, Russia vetoed action repeatedly. In Gaza, the US vetoed ceasefire resolutions. Millions suffer while diplomats debate. Fact 5. Intelligence sharing and back-channel deals. The UN is not just about public diplomacy. It is a hotspot for espionage and geopolitical manipulation. US and UK spied on Under-Secretary General Kofi Annan. Intelligence agencies routinely monitor delegates, sway votes, and plant operatives inside UN missions. It is less about peace, more about positioning. Fact 6. Global South has little real power. Most of the UN's humanitarian work happens in the Global South, yet those nations have no permanent voice in Security Council decisions. No African or Latin American nation has veto power. The P5 blocks reform. That is not inclusion. That is a global hierarchy in disguise. Fact 7. UN agencies are politicized. The UN specialized agencies, such as the WHO, UNESCO, and the UNHRC, are deeply politicized. Countries with poor human rights records are represented on the Human Rights Council. The WHO faced significant criticism for delayed responses and pressure from powerful member states during the COVID pandemic. UNESCO has been accused of cultural bias and financial influence games. Neutrality? Rare. Politics? Constant. Fact 8. UN is often used as diplomatic cover. Powerful states utilize the UN to legitimize their planned actions. Resolutions are passed to justify wars. Sanctions are branded as global will, even when they are unilateral interests dressed in multilateral clothes. The UN becomes the theater of diplomacy, while the real games are played elsewhere. Conclusion: the UN sells itself as the voice of the world, but the reality is far darker. It is structurally dominated by a few, often toothless in crisis, vulnerable to abuse moreover. Deeply politicized or strategic students, the lesson is clear. The UN is not a neutral actor. It is a stage where power performs. This is SIGA Centre, cutting through the narrative to reveal strategic truth. Subscribe, comment, and share. Because in geopolitics, what is not said matters most.